Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody is on. And I see everybody's looking and not speaking, but that's okay. I'll be the first to say hi. Well, some other people did say hi. I don't know if that hi is from. I was meaning to remove those crowns because I keep forgetting that everybody that has a crown by their name are not supporters of the show. Some of them be trolls. But anyway, yeah, the top fans. I don't know what the fuck that is. I got to remove that. But we're waiting on more people. To come into the live, I fell asleep earlier and I was snoring, and I know y'all heard me breathing loud, but trying to recuperate from last night. So yeah, we're waiting on a few more people to come in here. So we're gonna remove my face until more people come in here because I don't want y'all just looking at me without speaking to me. So once y'all start talking to me and more people come into the live, then I'll remove the camera and then we could start talking. They could just look at my picture. We'll turn it into a podcast, as they say, a podcast. A podcast. But anyway, yeah, the more people who come into the live and conversate with me, then I'll show my face because I don't. I just, I mean, I know it's social media and I put myself out there, but you know how weird that looks when you're just on the live and nobody's saying nothing. They're just looking in your face. I don't mind if it's a lot of people, but it's just a few people. Then I'll wait. Happy Saturday. Yeah, we'll wait till some more people come in. 14 people are on here, and only one person out of 14 has hit has hit the like button. And so when you hit the like button, believe it or not, it brings more people into the feed because it's like people want to know, why is everybody hitting this like button? What's going on over here? So yeah, so we don't have to wait all day long on people to come into the live. Then just hit the like button so it won't just be us 17 people or 21 now. Yeah, yeah. I fell asleep early on the live, and I know people's making fun of me, but that's okay. I love it. Hope you're enjoying your day. Well, my day has not even started. I've been laying in this bed all day. I got to get up at 5 to go look at another a building for my birthday comedy show, and that's going to be at. Yeah, I'll get up around about 5 o'clock because they open up at 6. Yeah. Hmm. So that's what I'll be doing. Unless you're watching me on your TV. Excuse me. Unless you watch me on your TV, on your phone or your iPad or whatever you're on, you can hit the thumbs up, and that does bring more people into the live. It brings more people into the live. So just so you know, okay. Go to the top right. Go to the top right of your phone, the three dots, and look for the three dots on the top of your phone and hit the thumbs up button. Sleep or sleepy? Well, I'm on vacation. I'm relaxing. Like I'm just enjoying this bed. I'm enjoying the hotel. Yeah, when you on vacation, you just want to relax. Yeah, I am. I'm very relaxed. I might fall asleep again. Yes, and you can also double tap. See, I didn't know you could double tap on YouTube. I know you can on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, people don't realize that the more likes you get, the more people come into the live. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, you'll be sleepy too, laying up in this bed. Marriott got some comfortable beds. Uh-huh. They really do. They really, really do. They got some comfortable beds. Yeah. No, the hell I don't. So let me tell you. So let me tell you what happened this morning. So I'm on the little gay apps and stuff, and 9 times out of 10, well, chances are I'm not going to meet anybody in the gay app. Not anymore. When I was younger, I would. And but at this age, I don't have time to be bringing strangers to my bedroom and shit like that. I've gotten too old for that. So, but I'll be on there. I'll be on there because I keep the gay apps because if I have a drag show out of town or whatever, I advertise on those apps. And the some guys be hitting me up like, so this guy hit me up. This guy hit me up. This was it this morning? Yeah, this morning. And he said, hey, what's up? And I said, now mind you, he didn't have a picture. So the first thing, if you see my old ass on the social media and you see my picture, then why are you hitting me up with no picture? But what are you hiding? So he hits me up, and I said, I'm not holding a conversation with anybody who does not have a picture. He says, well, I'm just trying to conversate with you. No, I'm not conversating with you because I really don't even trust pictures. I prefer you to send me a video so I can see what you look like. So he goes, well, you too old for me anyway. I said, bitch, you hit me up. Well, you got a point. Now, bitch, how you gonna try to come for me and you say I'm old, but you hit me up? Talking about weird. I said, well, look, bro. I said, look, I don't even have time to argue with somebody who don't have a picture. I think I screenshotted it. Hold on. Because sometimes you can screenshot that stuff. I don't think I screenshotted it. Yeah, they want some of that stuff. They don't let you screenshot. But, and I said, look, dude. I say, first of all, I'm not going to sit here and argue with a faceless person. Hold on. All right. I'm not going to argue with somebody. You get what I'm saying, y'all? At my age, if I'm bold enough to show my picture, then I think he said his age was 30. Why aren't you showing your picture? What are you hiding? I don't know what's behind that internet. I don't know who I'm talking to. And then they have the nurse to ask you to send a picture. And you know what kind of picture I'm talking about. I haven't sent a picture to nobody. I said I will send you a fake picture before I said, you think okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is some tea. This is some tea, bitch. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay, that was some tea about the club that I looked at yesterday. So, okay. All right. So, anyway, so that was some tea about the building that I looked at yesterday, and what they sent me was a little too expensive. But the guy he knows how to go the back way and get it. So he just told me, don't worry about it. I'm gonna talk to somebody. So, because that's the place that I really want. It's very nice. If we get it, I have my own bathrooms. We have our own patio. It's upstairs, away from everybody else, and you can only come upstairs if you have bought a ticket online to the show. Anyway, let me move on. So, so, so he says, um, "You too old for me anyway." Now, bitch, am I just delusional or am I crazy? Am I slow, or did you hit me up? Did you hit me up, sir? And again, why am I talking to you when you have not sent me a picture? You know what this bitch said? Oh, I'm sorry. I take it all back. Or not only are you delusional, but you're fucking crazy. You're a damn crazy ass retarded. If you don't get your and I didn't block them. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I take it back." People like that, they crazy. They're crazy. So I never responded back to him. Then a guy hit me up. Hey, daddy, I'm not your daddy. How can I help you? he say, uh, he said, he was an attractive guy. I think he's 40. He's in his 40s. And I said, well, wait a minute, hold up, because when you on the apps, it tells you where they live or how far they are from me. I say, why are you? I said, well, he hit me up and he was like, "How you doing?" I go, "I'm fine." "Hey, daddy." I said, "Please don't call me daddy because I'm not your daddy." So he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, daddy." Weird. So he goes, he said, "Oh, you cute." I said, "You're handsome too." I said, "But you don't live in Atlanta, you know." What now? Well, yeah, this is true shit. I'll be giving y'all my real tea. Okay, this is real tea. And so I go, "Well, I'm sorry." I say, "I mean, we could meet up and hang out or whatever, but well, I'm in town, but you're not in Atlanta. Where do you live?" "Oh, daddy, they go to daddy again. "Oh, I live in Memphis." I said, "So let me ask you a question. If you live in Memphis, why the fuck are you hitting me up and I'm in Atlanta?" "Well, where do you live, daddy?" Here you go with the daddy again. I said, "Would you please stop calling me daddy?" And so he said, "I'm just so sorry. You're handsome," and whatever. I swear, y'all, I wish I could screenshot this. I swear this really happened this morning. So I said, and then I got to tell you what happened last night at the bar. So he goes, "Oh, well, where do you live?" I said, "I live outside of Fort Worth, Texas." And he was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "Well, I'm having my birthday in Atlanta in February. Daddy, can you come back and see my..." "I'm not coming to your birthday party in Atlanta in February. I'm not your daddy, and I've asked you more than once to stop calling me daddy." So he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He goes, "Okay." And he mentioned the hotel he was staying at. I said, "Oh, that's one of our hotels. I work for Marriott. That's one of our hotels. He stayed at one of our hotels. It's not. It doesn't. The hotel doesn't say Marriott, but it's a Marriott hotel. Like the Sheratons are Marriotts now. So, yeah. So that was the end. So I just stopped talking to him. That was the end of that. So another guy hit me up this morning too. He was trying to. He like, "You looking? Are you looking?" They say looking. I said, "No, I'm not looking." Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I was hooking up. When I was younger, oh yeah, you in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But I'm too old for that. I don't just sleep with people randomly. I do like meeting guys and going out to dinner. I like to meet somebody while I'm here. We go out and have a dinner, or maybe have a pizza together, and chill. Whatever. I'm okay with that. But I just don't randomly. I don't just randomly go out and just not anymore. And I'm being honest with y'all. I'm being transparent. When I was younger, I slept around. I did. But I don't do that anymore. I just have too much dignity and I have too much pride to just sleep with anything and everybody just because they want to sleep with you. At some point in life, you want to cuddle, you want to probably find a partner, or you don't just. I just. But anyway, so last night I was at the club. Well, let me tell you about the guy. The other guy. Did I get his picture? Some of these guys. Sometimes they let you say they pictures. Sometimes they don't. But I swear they hit me up. Hold on. Let me remove this out the way. Hold on. Let's move this out the way. Okay. So the guy that hit me up this morning, he said, "Are you looking?" And I said, "No, I'm not. Not for a one night stand." "Hello, everybody. Good morning." So, "Oh, no, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, but I feel sorry for you because you're being blocked." Bye bye now. Take care. Bye bye. So, anyway, um, so he said, "Looking." And I said, "Sir, you need to open up your pictures." He had a nice body. He had a nice chest and everything. I said, "I need to see your picture. I need to see what you look like." This motherfucker looked just like Usher. I said, "Hey, Usher. Hey, Usher." Like they said. He said, "Everybody said I look like Usher." Well, I said, "Well, to be honest with you, I'm always looking, but I'm not looking for like a one night stand. I'm not looking to hook up with anybody like that. You would like to go out to dinner. These people are not trying to go out to dinner. They're not trying to go out to dinner. They're not trying to get to know. They want to fuck. Bottom line, you know. So I just don't do that anymore. And I've been transparent with y'all from the beginning. I did when I was younger, baby. They was in and out, in and out, in and out. And I was in relationships too. I was in a lot of relationships when I was younger. I was in love with a lot of my friends. Yeah, they just want the cookies. Well, I don't have cookies. I don't do that. PT does not give out cookies. I'm what you call a soft top, and I didn't realize that's what I was for years, maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. They say, "Oh, you are top, but you soft. You feminine, but you get it." Like a lot of people think that all trans girls take it, but a lot of trans girls are giving it. That's what I'm telling you. A soft top means you may have feminine ways, but you don't like to take it from the backside. That's basically what a soft top is. Yeah. That's basically what a soft top is. Uh, they just want, yeah, that's what they want to do. Come on, y'all. I mean, come on now. You know, yeah. I mean, you have, yeah, soft top. You have a lot of trans women who are tops. Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, so the guy, I was like, nah, dude, I'm not looking because he was trying to screw whatever. I could have got laid 3 or 4 times by now if I really wanted to, but I'm not. I want to go home disease free. Even if you use a condom, that don't mean you can't get nothing. Who uses a condom when you do 69 and all that kind of stuff? Men, I'm talking about. And it's a chance you taking sleeping with somebody that you don't know. You might get something that you don't want, baby. I'm not trying to go there, okay? Because when I go visit my doctor, for the last since uh, I haven't had any syphilis, gonorrhea, none of that shit since nothing. But maybe one time when I first came out was back in the early '80s, and ever since then, put a condom on. That's embarrassing to go to your doctor and say, "Oh, I got to get a shot," because no, I'm not going there. I'm a 25-year alleged 25-year-old man. What I look like going to my doctor telling me I'm itching? No, ma'am. Yeah, and some of them don't go to the doctor. No, passing that shit around, and not just HIV. You get syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia. Just no, I don't. I don't want to do that. I'm at the point now. I do miss having sex and stuff like that, but I just don't. I care too much about myself to get a disease at 25. You know what I mean? That's just. But people do it every day. And not just in the gay community, in the straight community, they have wild orgies and sex parties all the time. They have sex parties here in Atlanta, 3 or 4 places you can go to and get whatever you want. But I can't go out like that. I can't go. Not at this age. I can't do it. No. But so last night I was at the bar. I went up to the bar and I was ordering a drink. So this guy, y'all, I swear this on my mama. So y'all know how to play about my mama. So let me block this person. Hold on. So I swear this on my mama. I won't lie. I walk up to the bar. There's a guy standing next to me. He was nice looking. I like him slim. Ooh, I like him slim. He was slim. Had a little goatee. He was cute. He might have been in his late 30s, maybe 40s, but he was a nice looking guy. I like tall and slim. I like him taller than me, which is weird. So he sees me. He does this, y'all. I swear, you can ask my friend Chase. He goes, I say, "You okay?" I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Hey, baby." I say, "How you doing?" I say, "Are you okay?" Then the bartender looking at me like, "What in the hell is going on?" I mean, he's like, I said, "You okay?" So he's like, "I'm fine, Daddy. What's your deal? What's up with you?" I said, "Sir, I'm just buying a drink. You're very nice looking. Are you okay? You all right? You good?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I don't know. He could have been on coke. Hell, I don't know shit. But and so I think he was just drunk because the drinks at Bulldogs you get really drunk. Okay, so that's why Bulldogs are so It's so popular. So I go outside and I'm talking to the the security guard. Shout out to the security guard, and she happened to be watching. She subscribed to my channel last night. We were just randomly talking and stuff. And so here he comes again, and he comes up to me like, give me a kiss on the cheek. I was okay with that. So he goes to give me a kiss. No, his breath wasn't funky. It wasn't funky. He goes to put me a kiss on the cheek and does this. I said, wait, hold up. What are you doing? He was drunk. So his friend came and got him and said, I'm so sorry. He had a little few, too many drinks. Yeah, I swear. My friend Chase will tell you it really happened. My friend Chase was sitting there watching everything. He was rolling. It was so funny. Oh boy. But what a night. What a night. So we left Bulldogs. Well, no, we went to a club called Mix. Now Mix is supposed to be grown and sexy. No, it's not weird. No, it's not weird. I didn't mean it like that, but for me, some people might not understand. My last boyfriend that lived here, who I'm mad at, who lives here and came on my live 2 weeks ago. Hey, it's Gerard. I said, I don't know you. It's Gerard. What Gerard? From Atlanta. That's my ex boyfriend. He's 7 feet tall. And he hit me up on my. I don't know if y'all was watching a couple of weeks ago. He came on my live and I started laughing. I said, Gerard. And I was just like, oh, like that. He's 7 feet. He lives here. And I'm mad at him because I told him that night he came on my live, you need to email me because he had moved to California and I was worried about him, was checking up on him to find out how he was. The motherfucker ain't hit me up yet. Gerard, if you watch this video and you watching this video, I'm mad at you. You should have been hit me up a long goddamn time ago. Don't come on my live making a big deal out about it. I know you and you know me, and then you don't hit me up. Like I was wondering where he was and making sure he was okay. But anyway, but yeah, it'd be so we went to I went to Bulldogs first because I had to renew my pass. Let me block this person. Hold on. I'm blocking today. All right. All right. So I had to go renew my pass. It lasts this one will last till 2027. All right. So I had to renew my pass or whatever. So then we was at Bulldogs and I said, let's go to the mix because the mix is the older. Well, Bulldogs is supposed to be older too, but the mix is they're 40 and over. We go to the mix. The only thing about the mix is they drinks are really high. Like they're really high. Bulldogs, you can go to Bulldogs, get a drink for $5. You go to mix, you're gonna pay 10 for a drink. $10. They have the house room and then they have the regular room where they play old school. But my problem was because it was cold outside, they let me smoke inside the bar. Oh no. Oh no, I can't do this. We gotta go. No, if you're gonna smoke, you don't need to be smoking inside the bar. I can't no take the ass outside. We should have to have smoke on our in our clothes and in our bodies just because it's cold outside. They want to smoke, go outside. I didn't like that. And I was told Chase I'm ready to go. So I was with my son. Those who just started following me probably don't remember him, but long time ago, my son, you're right, yeah, my son, a long time ago, he took over my YouTube channel. He sings live, and his name is D'Angelo. If y'all been following me a long time, you remember. You have to go back and look at my videos where he took over my channel. He was talking and singing, acting crazy. Anyway, we was with him last night. He was like, "Y'all, let's go to another club," and it was called Just Friends. Child, we got to that club. That club was so goddamn packed. Soon as I got in there, I said, "We gotta go. There's too many people." It was just too fucking packed. Hey, good afternoon, Lynn. It was too packed in there. So we left and went back to Bulldogs, and that's after that we came home. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was thinking about something this morning as y'all hit the like button. I was thinking about something this morning. You know, a lot of people come here because it is like the black mecca for gay and straight, right? But I asked myself, we have I went to three gay bars tonight. They all had people in them. They all were packed with gay men in them and women. And I noticed that. Um, Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I noticed that there's not one black gay bar in this town that's black owned. That's a problem. If you have everybody know Atlanta is black gay. They know this is the gay capital for blacks. You mean to tell me there's not one black gay bar that's owned by black people? DC has a black owned bar, but not Atlanta? There's a problem with that. There's a problem with that. Now, I'm sure Atlanta has some black owned clubs here. Straight. I'm sure they have some black owned straight clubs here. But we have to do better. We can't, we ain't gonna never get ahead. You got white owned bars here. Oh, you definitely got white owned bars here, gay bars. You got them. More than one. Why is this the Mecca, black gay Mecca, but there's not any black owned gay bars in Atlanta? Why? What are you talking about? You're not trying to get stabbed at Bulldogs. Every time we go to Bulldogs, I've never seen a fight. I never seen nothing at Bulldogs. I was there last night and nothing happened. I was there this time last year. I didn't see a fight. A lot of those people that come for Bulldogs, they fight. Those people are coming from home and they're fighting from getting into it online all week, and they gonna meet up at the club, and there you go. There they go. You know. Well, if you don't want to get stabbed at Bulldogs, why are you? If you don't go there, why are you even making a comment? If you don't go there, why are you even making a comment? I don't believe you live on Peach Street. I think you're a motherfucking lie. You just want some attention, and I'm finna block you from my page. Who gives a damn if you live on Peachtree Street? And you probably stay up in Bulldogs because you live on Peachtree Street. So what? You live on Peachtree Street. So what's that? What's your point? What's your point? I've been to Bulldogs, been going to Bulldogs since the '90s, and I ain't never got stabbed. Get off my damn live, Queen. Some hating ass faggot. Anyway, oh hello, Shelly. But no, you do see, uh, you do see fights and stuff. You're gonna see fights at all clubs. Clubs are they're not churches, even though they fight at these churches. You know, they're like just some queen looking for attention. Talking about they live on Peachtree Street. Okay, girl, good. You don't own where you live on Peachtree Street. You don't own the place that you live on. If you had said I owned a condo on Peachtree Street, but you burning the building, but you don't own nothing on Peachtree Street. You renting, darling. You're not shutting nothing down over here. You ain't shutting nothing down over here. If you want, and there, my friend from Atlanta, my friend from Virginia had came on here. The my friend's who house I stayed at in Virginia, he got money. He has a home, he has a condo in Atlanta, and he has an Airbnb in Virginia. He has a home and a condo, and he has a condo. He has an Airbnb in Virginia, and he owns a home, and he has a condo in Atlanta, and he's getting ready to buy a condo on Peachtree Street. He just told me that a week ago when he was down here visiting. He said, "PT, I'm gonna buy me a condo on Peachtree Street." Yeah. Uh, I, I might have performed at Scandals. Oh, I don't know. That was. Ooh, I don't. I remember some club called Scandals in Richmond. In Richmond or Norfolk. I had performed in No, Lord, I forgot when I had performed in Richmond. I don't know. I might have did. Yeah, I was just in Norfolk. Why did you come see me perform when I was in Norfolk? Yeah, I was just in Norfolk. But yeah, so but I've never had any problems at Bulldogs. I've never. I mean, not saying I won't, but people fight. When you go out to the club, people get drunk. Let me block you because you're a lie. I've never been to Vegas, so you're lying. Goodbye. What you mean? Wow, you didn't know I was in Norfolk? They don't book me in Texas. They say I'm too old, and I don't do coke and powder with the girls. And I don't girlfriend with the girls, so they don't book me for a lot of their shows. But oh, so you didn't know I was in Norfolk? Yeah, I was in Norfolk for the Columbus Day weekend. I'm coming back next year in Norfolk. But I hadn't performed in Richmond in a long time. When I was hanging out in Richmond, there was a club open called, thank you, Cornelius. What was the name of the club in Richmond? It was called Pyramids. That was a long time ago. Ooh, that was a long time ago. I used to perform in Shreveport all the time. Grandma Porky used to book me. And I tried to get booked at Shreveport, but again, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And if they know you're an entertainer, they don't want you. Yeah. Yeah, Pyramid. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was probably back in the 90s, late 80s into the 90s. Yeah. I have performed in Richmond since then. And I remember the Cocaine family, Della Cocaine, and all them Cocaine families that they used to have. It was a white family, gay family. They was entertainers. They were called the Cocaine family. Yeah, but yeah, I performed in Shreveport. Grandma Porky. Yeah, the snows. Yeah, April snow, Christmas snow. Uh, the main one, she's still living. Um, Victoria Snow. Yeah, I know all of them. Yeah, it's Christmas. I tell y'all, PT been around for a while, baby. I know a lot of people. Oh, you in DC? Yeah, I've been in DC for Pride this year. I used to do Pride, DC Pride all the time, but everybody start going to Miami. I am asleep, but hold on, you won't be able to see me because I'm going to block you. Bye bye now. Take care. Uh, um, yeah, back. I don't know how old you are, but DC Pride was the Pride to go to. You know, back in the late '80s. I mean, yeah. Newport News. I did a show in Newport News a long time ago. A drag show a long time ago. Newport News. Yeah, Hampton. My I moved to Virginia because my ex boyfriend he was in the Air Force. I met him in Austin and we dated, and then I moved to Virginia. That's how I learned about the Virginia area. And he was stationed at Langley. So yeah. But I have performed in Newport News before. It was a long time ago. Way back in the '80s. But I'm only 25 now, allegedly. But man, I'd like to. I like to, but it's just hard getting bookings. I was supposed to be working in Atlanta this weekend, and somebody told me they're gonna. I don't want to say their name because I don't know who watching my show. And they say, yeah. I said I'd like to be. I like to work while I'm in Atlanta. They was like, sure. Never heard back from them. And what's crazy is when I was a MC and host, and I had my own shows. Everybody that you can think of did my shows. I let them perform on my shows. But these people, they forget. They just forget, you know? I really don't travel everywhere. It just seems like that. I don't, y'all. I really don't. Okay, so the cruise was already okay. So when I did Virginia, that was a whole year advance planning. The cruise was a whole year advance planning. I come to Atlanta every year, so all this stuff is planned. It's pre-planned. Yeah, baby, I don't travel like that. I ain't got money like that. And this hotel room, did y'all see my room? Anybody not see the inside of this hotel? No, so these rooms are $65 a night, and they roughly run um, they roughly run anywhere from $200 to $300 a night. Depends on what's going on. And we got it for 65, and we got an upgrade because they was going to put us. They was going to put us. They was going to put us uh, in a small efficiency with a balcony, but they gave us this. Okay, I'll show it to y'all. Hold on. It's kind of messed up because I got shit everywhere. But hold on. Let me get up. Okay, so I got shit everywhere, so don't judge me. Okay, so this would be the ouch. This would be the large 1 bedroom apartment. As you can see here, this is the dining room area. It overlooks over here into Midtown Atlanta. Let's see. And, you said you got a condo in the shores. Okay, good. I can come stay there when I come to town. So okay, this is the living room area here, which comes with the stove, refrigerator, microwave, all that. Your little area over here, and of course it comes with the patio. It's the patio here, and again, the bathroom and everything. And then my room is really fucked up, y'all. So don't judge me. And of course, this is the room. So yep, 65 a night, and these rooms run anywhere from three to 400, 3 to 400, depending on what it is going on. That's with all hotels, but uh, we usually get the efficiencies. But he upgraded me to a larger room because I come here every year. Plus, they know me. And, oh boy, I don't know what I'd do without my discount. I'd be lost. I'd be lost without a discount. I'll be lost. But anyway, anyway. But yeah, I want to do brunches, but because I don't like being up late at night, and the brunches are the new thing now. But they are attacking drag brunches and drag queens and drag shows and stuff. Hello, Monica. Yeah, they are attacking drag queens and drag brunches and stuff like that. I think in Texas now, if you have a drag brunch, you can't have children there. My thing is, if you have children, and those are your children, we live in the United States of America. You should be able to take your kids wherever you want to. Because a lot of people don't know this, that you can, no, I don't need you to find me nobody. I'm good. I got Jesus, and that's enough. You know who my companions are? You guys are my companions. You guys are the people who I love, and I expect that y'all just love me as well. I don't sleep with y'all, but you guys are my rock. You guys are my to go to person when I need to talk to, vice versa. I'm good. I'm good. You know. Yes, I miss being in love, but I'm at the age now where You can't find love like you used to back, when you were younger. You said this is so stupid because they're going to find eventually anyway. Why not? Yeah, see, my thing is, thank you for subscribing. My thing is, you take your kids to the clowns, see the clowns in the circus, they have on wigs and makeup and stuff. Them kids don't know what a drag queen is, child. Now, I personally wouldn't read to a child, you know, I personally wouldn't read to a child in drag. I just wouldn't, because I don't like to read, so that wouldn't even be, I wouldn't even be interested in that. Um, but those, when they read to children, those are gay parents or those are gay friendly parents who allow their kids to be read to by a drag queen. I don't see a problem with it. I just wouldn't do it because you can have a man that does not a drag queen. Listen to what I'm about to say. You can have a man in the school who's not a drag queen, don't put on a wig, and read to your children, and read to your children, and read to your children, and it's a child molester. You don't have to have on a wig to be a child molester. The wig does not make you a child molester. It's not, it does not. And I tell y'all this all the time. When I used to watch To Catch a Predator, what was that man's name? I used to love that show. Not one time did I see them catch a drag queen with a wig on meeting little girls. It was grown men with wives, children. Chris Hansen, yeah, I love this show. Children, preachers, teachers, you know, PE, all of that. Military people. Not once did I see a drag queen, and not once did I see anybody identified as being gay. So you save that shit. Hey, Angela, save that shit. Mm-mm. No. I personally wouldn't read to children because number one, I ain't getting up that early putting on no makeup because they paying a whole lot of money. I just wouldn't do it. I just not me. But if anybody else want to do it, that's fine. But people, they make it seem like they're reading to children randomly. No, these are parents who know that they're drag queens and know that their parents are there, and they know it's just a book they're reading to children. Like I say, I wouldn't do it, but y'all worried about drag queens reading to your children and watching your children. You need to be worried about your local preachers and your local teachers, you know, because there's some sick teachers out there in the world that do. They just arrested this man in my hometown who worked for the big brothers and sisters. You know how they have the big brothers thing? It was messing around with kids. A white guy, supposedly straight. So, but it is what it is. We didn't have this. We didn't have this issue in the '80s. This shit didn't start. This stuff didn't start happening until later in life. What time is it? Okay, this shit didn't start happening until later in life when the social media came around and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, because I used to go when I used to do drag shows back in the '80s. I get dressed up in drag, go to the straight clubs and drag, full drag, go to the women's bathroom, use the bathroom. Of course, there were no kids there because that was a grown and sexy crowd. I never been in a position where I was in makeup and had to go to a restaurant where there were young girls in there because I never put myself in that position. When I used to do all the clubs I used to do were nightclubs and they were 21 and over. You're not going to have any kids in there. You're not going to have any kids in the club and, whatever. And here's another thing. I went to, whenever I go to the bathroom, and these stupid people let their kids come in the bathroom, I walk right out. If I have to wash my hands, I don't wash my hands. Why would you let your child come into a fucking bathroom when there's grown men going in there? I don't give a damn. You need to go in there take your child into the men's bathroom. If it's a little boy, I'm talking about if it's a boy. Take him to the women's bathroom and go in the bathroom with him. When I see somebody young, I walk right out. Why the fuck you let your child come in here? No, 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 no. I walks out. I don't even wash my hand. I walk out. I don't want to be in that position. I don't like that. That's ugly. And then the parents, yeah. And then the parents, they run around in the store. You got your child in the bathroom. But people don't be thinking. People don't be thinking, you know. Now, as far as trans people using the women's bathroom, I feel like we're living at a different time. So we're gonna have to. You have unisex bathrooms. Y'all just gonna have to make unisex bathrooms because trans people deserve to piss just like everybody else. And I personally, there's a lot of trans women out there. There's a lot of guys who live their life as women, or as a trans person, because some of y'all get mad when you call them girls. I understand that they wasn't born a girl, so they're not a girl. I understand that. That's what. But here's my deal: if they got you go to Starbucks, it's unisex. You go to a lot of these places, it's unisex. But even still, then here's my problem: they don't really have an issue with a trans person going in there. They got an issue with a big fucking burly man going in there talking about he a woman. Talking about, how you doing? No ma'am, no sir. No sir, girl. Because there's a lot of trans women that go in the bathrooms, you would never know they were men. But the problem we have with is these straight men, come on y'all, it's these straight men. Yeah, with big backs. These straight men talk about a big strong man in the background. so, so it's these straight men who are pretending to be trans so they can go in the bathroom and do little things, or try to the young children. So now they blaming that on the trans women, and it's not the trans women. It's these men who say they trans. I know when I go to the clubs sometimes, mostly in the white community, I see a lot of big, strong dudes walking around in drag. And I'm like, what's they tea? And people told me, they say, oh, they straight. Just dress up in drag. They got wives, children, but they have they have a fantasy of dressing up as a woman. And they go out and they straight. I'm just telling you. I'm like, wow. Hello, Granny McDonald. How you doing? Yeah, so I'm like, but they need to start selling that song that guy was singing when he called into my show. When somebody, big old burly man, walk into the women's background, they need to when they walk into the restaurant, they need a restroom. They need to play the song, "Big Strong Man in the Restroom." Big strong man in the restroom. But yeah, but there's so many trans women that you wouldn't even know that they were drag queens, or you wouldn't even know that they were born a man. People just have an issue with the ones who are burly. I mean, like a Kate Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah. Hello, sir. How you doing? Good seeing you. Hello, Bruce. Hello, girl. And she's a mess. How you gonna call yourself a Republican? How you gonna call yourself a Republican and they trying to snatch all the rights of a transgender person? You got to be sick. You don't love yourself if you want to support somebody. Uh, no, Sydney Starr can't be clocked. Only reason why people know Sydney Starr because they know she puts herself out there. But I think if Sydney walked into a regular bathroom, they would know that she was a man. So I think you're wrong on that one. Yeah, Bruce Jenner, yeah, aka Caitlyn. I had a trans daughter. She was actually murdered, and she had no work. She had no cheeks. She had no breasts. She had nothing, and no one knew that she was a man. She was just a real feminine guy. Hmm. But unfortunately, they got her murdered because she didn't tell. Yeah, she's not clockable. She didn't tell the guy, and she got unalived. Yeah, in Dallas. Hmm. Oh, thank you, Greg. I already got it posted, but thank you. So I am doing a show tonight, y'all. Oh, okay, I got you. I understand. Okay, so my apologies. Yeah, City Star. She's very passable. You won't be able to tell. But see, we didn't have that problem in the '80s when I came out. I go into the gay club, I go into the straight club and do shows and everything. They didn't care, you know. But I think it's because of so much media, social media, and stuff like that. You know, it's more. It's really out there now. Yeah. Probably around about 7, 8. Remember, I'm ahead of y'all. I'm an hour ahead of where I used to be. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't call Janet no transsexual. She's not a transsexual. Yeah, Laverne can be clocked. Yeah. No, that's not true. Gays were very flamboyant back then. That's not true. I remember who is Gigi Gorgeous. I don't know who that is. I remember when we was little kids. I remember the punks. Y'all remember back in the days when the gays wore their shirts like this? Y'all remember up in a knot like this? I remember seeing some gay guys downtown Houston a long time ago. I was like, "Ooh, look at them punks." Mm. Yeah, Janet Jackson is not a tranny. Okay, so stop it. Mm. And what kills me is, like, I know this guy. Well, he started as Kenneth. He started out as Kenneth, and I remember when he used to come to the club as a little skinny. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. He would come to the club as a little skinny gay guy, and just feminine. I mean, no, it's somebody else. Greg. It's not the Janet Jackson. So anyway, he was so feminine. I'm like, girl, where you going, girl? PT, I'm going to be a woman. I said, no, you're not. You're a man. Just joking with him and stuff like that. And years later, living his life like that, very feminine. And she works in the airlines as an airline stewardess, as a woman, and beautiful, got a beautiful home. I'm not surprised. That's the same person, the little skinny boy that used to come to the club and sit next to me. And I was like, hey there, Mr. Powell, how you doing? Ain't seen you in a while. And I was like, wow. Yeah, he's fish, as we call him, just a straight woman, honey. You say your girl left you a couple of days ago. I don't know. Let me see. Let me put you on timeout for 24 hours and you can come back and I'll tell you. What? I was hoping when I came in on your Instagram live, I would get clocked. So silly. Good seeing you as well. I'm in Atlanta, relaxing. Hey, y'all, I gotta go because I gotta take a nap. I gotta bid this. I gotta bid this bar at 6 and go check it out. Hey, Cynthia, I gotta go. I gotta go check out this bar where I plan on having my comedy show at. And and then I'll come back and do the show. All right. I'm having a good time in Atlanta. Just tired. Yeah, I'm just tired. All right, guys. I'm gonna holler at y'all later on. Thank y'all for listening, and all those who enjoy my content. I'm out of town. You know what my Cash App is on the bottom. PT shows. All right, that's on my Cash App and my Venmo. My next live gonna be around about 7:30. I'm doing a show tonight. Y'all know I got to do shows on here. I haven't done a show since I've been here, so I got that's how I stay afloat. Is performing and cutting up on it. So I will holler at you guys later on. Thank you, moderators, for moderating, and I guess I will see you guys around about 7. Oh, let me show y'all. He's not my real cousin. We have the same last name. He's not a Johnson, but on my mom's side, we're uh, we're Fletchers. And he was in the club. He's I met him through Instagram. But anyway, we not cousin. We just say we cousin, but we got the same last name. This is why I call my cousin every time I come to Atlanta. Oh, you can't see that picture. You can't really see that picture. Let's see if this picture comes out better. Oh, you still can't see him. Okay, it didn't come out too good. Let me try this one. They all the same, yeah. But you can kind of see him a little bit, yeah. Well, not really. Anyway, all right. I will talk with you guys later on. Angela, email. I got some tea for you. I mean, email me as soon. I got tea for you. All right, Darnell, Mr. Powell, Mr. Antoine from Houston. You be good. You take care of yourself. No, we're not related. No, we're not. We just got the same last name. And the only thing we got related is we both got sugar in our tanks. As the old folks should say, I think he got sugar in his tank. All right, guys, I will holler at y'all later on. And deuces. Bye. Email me, Angela, Greg. I got tea for